Hi guys, so I'm just going to quickly show you how to make this paper flower. This is going to turn out looking like this rose. Alright, so you just need the one cut file. It's on my blog. There's a link in the description. I'm going to start with this one that has a slit down the middle. And this one is so easy. You're just going to fold over that slit. Just fold it over like that, and we'll hot glue it in place. Okay? For these flowers, I use just a cardstock. I was thinking 60 or 80 will work just fine. Can't remember what that thing is called. 60 or 80. This is Recollections from Michael's. That's what I typically use, and it works great. Okay, gonna set that aside. Do the same thing with the next one. Just fold it over. We'll glue. And you guessed it, same thing with the next one. Okay, doing it one more time. Okay, so then our outside layer and our inside layer are a little different. So I'm going to do the inside layer first. And that's this little three, kind of looks like a fan. You're going to rub it around your hands. If you're doing a larger one, like this white one that I did, I rubbed it on the edge of the table. But with these smaller ones, you can just rub it with your finger. You could get a pencil if you want to get really into it. And then I'm just going to roll it up. You can decide how tight or loose, just depending on what you want the inside of your rose to look like. Right now, then this part is a little strange, but you're going to put the glue in the middle, not towards the bottom. We're actually going to cut the bottom off. So I just open up that last petal just a little bit, add some glue, and then roll it over. I do all my paper flowers on a piece of parchment paper, and that's because then I can just roll them right on the paper. They don't stick, and the glue doesn't get anywhere I don't want, and they'll come right off. So, alright, then like I said, we're just going to grab a pair of scissors and just cut the end off just a little bit. I'll show you why. If you didn't, here's the one it's going to go into. It's just a little too tall. So, to make it fit inside nicely, I'm just going to cut the edge off. And it went flying. Okay, then to put your flower together, you're going to use your hot glue, and I just hold it a little bit up so that the hot glue falls into place. If you try to stick your glue gun in there, you're going to press the sides where you don't want. Oh, and it's hot down there. Hold your fingers at the top. I was trying to make it so you guys could see better, but don't do that. It hurts. Okay. Alright, and then we're just going to keep going, starting from the smallest, going to the largest. Hold your fingers at the top, and then just hold it so it floods down in. And then you'll want to try and stagger your petals just slightly. Press it down. Again, the parchment paper makes it so you can just squish it right onto the table. It'll be just fine. Okay, moving up. Once these bigger ones get here, you don't have to hold it quite so high because you have a bigger opening, but I still do hold it above. It just keeps things less messy. Now, there are a couple of double thick petals where you layered. You can decide if you are placing your flower in such a way you may want to line all those up. I usually stagger them out. They aren't noticeable unless you're looking really closely, but you don't notice them otherwise. I have one of these flowers hanging right above my craft table, and Had even forgotten it was layered until I was looking at it today. All right, so this is our last folded one. I really like this yellow. And the waiting for glue to dry. Thankfully, hot glue is fast, but you do just want to hold it in place while it's drying. Especially with this one, you're kind of fighting against gravity a little bit, so just hold it up. Okay, now the last one is optional, so you could definitely take your rose just like this, and it would look great. But depending on where you want to place it, the bottom is pointed. It's not flat, so that might be an issue. So I do have in the file just one plain flower. You can curl it up a little bit and use it as the base if you would like. Again, totally optional. It does add a little bit of layering and then just helps you place it in the proper thing. This wasn't quite dry, so it's trying to do funny things. And of course, with hot glue, we've always got the strings. Okay. Place it. And this is the one that takes the longest. Just waiting for it to dry, especially because you're going from a pointed bottom to now a flatter base. All the rest of ours have been pointed, but this one is flat, so it might take a while. You might want to add a little more glue. I didn't go crazy on this one, but with the white flower I did. There's a lot of glue down there if you look. So I'm just going to go ahead and let this dry, and then you guys can see what it looks like. All right, now the center, it's still not dry, I'm showing you anyway. This center was not the best one I've done. Camera, you know, made it difficult, but just look at that. There's something that reminds me of Beauty and the Beast with this yellow one. Anyway, so there you go. It's that simple.